La banda que le arranca la barriga al cielo, en busca del moro perdido. La banda chula.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Raw Food Muscle. I'm your host Santiago, and we're back for the last day of Pizza Week.
Yay!
I'm glad you guys have been with us, and I'm so psyched for all the comments you guys have been sending me. And I'm just thankful that this is the last day of pizza, because I'm tired of pizza, man. I'm tired of it. I need some greens. Now, I'll still be getting my greens in. I usually don't, eat too much of the pizza. A lot of the cheese that we make, just a FYI, if we don't use it, we put it in the freezer. If I don't plan to eat a lot, because a lot of that cheese, I'm just not into it, that much. So, but I wanted to share all these different varieties of pizzas with you guys. So, all right, let's get moving to this last pizza. And this one is going to be called onion herb pizza, okay? So we're going to get into this because there's going to be a lot to do, okay? So over here, we have 1½ sweet onions. And then we have over here, starting with 1/8 cup of flax seeds grounded. And then we have 1/3 cup of sunflower seeds. And then 3 tablespoons of almond flour. And then over here we have 3 tablespoons of namashoy, 1/8 cup of olive oil, and then over here we have 1/8 cup of nutritional yeast, and then over here we have a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, and then a 1/2 tablespoon of oregano, and then 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and add in all my dry ingredients. Alright, and just so you know, the almond flour is actually really easy to make. So, I mean, if a lot of you guys use your, or make your own almond milk, what you can do is just use the pulp from that and dehydrate it, okay? And then what that'll do is, that'll suck out the moisture and get it dry, and then you just take that pulp left over after it's dry and then put it through one of those coffee grinder kind of things, and that'll turn it into a powder. Alright. So let me go ahead and just mix this stuff up real quick. And I'm doing this just to make sure that all the dry ingredients mix well and it's all distributed nicely in here. Alright, and now I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and add in all my onions. And these onions I just put in this mixer here and just had them shredded up. I had it on the cutting blade, and I think that's good. And go ahead and just give it more of a turn. You want to do this just to make sure it all gets mixed in nicely. Alright, just like that. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and add in my wet ingredients. There's the olive oil, and then the namashoy. Once again, making sure I kind of spread it as evenly as I can, and then mix it. Make sure you go for the stuff in the bottom so that it all gets mixed in, or else that stuff will clump up in the bottom, and you don't want it to do that. And just so you know, this is really a test. We haven't done this before. And so I wanted to try this out. We had a couple ideas that we wanted to work with. And you know me, I like to test things out before I actually put them on video. But I'm taking a chance here. Put it on live camera. Alright. So I think we're good with that. It actually tastes really good. Wow. Alright. So now we're going to move on to the next phase, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, so it's all done now, and I have it on a tray here, and I just kind of spread it out in a circle. And what I did was, it has to be somewhat kind of thick. It's probably like a 1/2 inch thick or so. But because it's so thick, what I'm going to probably have to do is stick it in the dehydrator for about 145 degrees for no more than an hour, and then cut it back down to 105 degrees for probably at least 5 hours or so. It's probably going to have to go overnight, but I'm going to check it after about 4 or 5 hours to see how it's doing. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done something like this. I really don't know how long it's going to take. I have no idea. So I'm going to go ahead and see how it does. and then I'll get back to you guys in a little bit, alright? See you in a little bit. Okay guys, so we're back now and the crust is all completed. Now the crust is going to take a little while longer than I actually thought at first, so it's actually taken about 24 hours to actually get the moisture all out, and it's because of the onions. There's so many onions in there that and that's why we had to crank it up for the first hour at 145 degrees, but then we knocked it back down to 105 for the remainder of the time. And then halfway through, we flipped it over to make sure the other side got done as well. So, but this is it. I mean, look at this. This is so amazing. Check out this crust, man. That is so amazing. I'm going to do like one of those pizza things and it'll spin up in the air, right?
Please, no.
I know, right? It's going to fall apart. But yeah, that's amazing right there. That looks really, really good, and I can't wait to try this out. Okay, so we're going to move on to the cheese now. Now, this cheese is the same cheese we used on episode 116. So all I'm going to do now is just add a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of basil. And now, as far as how much I have in here, I would say it's probably like around a cup's worth of cheese. And I just want to make sure I get this pretty much evenly covered out as much as I can anyway. And then I'm just going to take my spoon and stir it around. Now you preferably want to use fresh herbs. Just an FYI, I really wanted to use fresh herbs with this, but I don't have any fresh herbs right now, and we had to just basically use all our dried stuff. And you know, it sucks, but what are you going to do? That's what happens in the household sometimes, you know. And I wanted to make sure I get this video out for you guys today. Alright, so I think that's pretty nicely mixed. And all I'm going to do now is just pour it. Okay, so we're just spreading this around as evenly as we can. And you can do this as thick or as thin as you want to. The good thing about cashew cheese is that when you put it in the fridge, if you have a lot of it, you put it in the fridge, after a couple of days it's starting to harden up and thicken up a little bit, and it kind of has like a regatta cheese kind of texture to it. So now that I have all this stuff on the crust, we're going to go ahead and put it in the dehydrator at 105 degrees, probably for about a half hour or so. And so it's going to change the texture a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and we're kind of running short on time. So I got this tomato sauce all done, and I pulled out the crust. Sorry, trying to figure out what the hell I'm saying here. And now for the recipe on this, I'm going to go ahead and still post it in the end of the video so you guys can see. Okay, so we're all done and everything is on there. Now what you might want to do is plot it or strain the sauce because it's a little bit runny because of the fresh tomatoes. But look at how beautiful this is. I already got it all cut up and everything. And this is just absolutely amazing. This is the grand finale for Pizza Week, people. Alright? And I know Kathy's going to love this. She's going to be in like onion heaven because she just loves some onion. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little taste.
Me love onion.
Oh, wow. This, I must bow down to. I must bow down to. Because this is really good, you guys.
Good finale.
Excellent finale. Excellent finale. And I'm going to have to probably try to sneak some from Kathy because I know she's going to probably eat them all up. Alright, you guys. This has been an amazing week. I'm so happy that I was able to share all these wonderful dishes with you guys. Thanks for all your comments and response. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you enjoyed all the videos. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you like this dish. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all next time on the Raw Food Muscle. Sevilla, Sevilla. Sevilla, Sevilla.
Mira, agarra a tu mujer y a cepillar se ha dicho. Cepilla, 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 cepilla lo fuerte. Cepilla, 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 cepilla. Fulanito, presente. Así me gusta.